Hey guys, Brix back with another Lego Transformer review, and today we will be taking a look at my G1 Wreck-gar. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we have G1 Wreck-gar looking pretty dope, and I should probably get this out the way now because I know some of you guys are like, what just happened? Yeah, Brix did change. So this is my actual first sig fig. So probably honestly looks a lot darker like on the phone than he does in real life. But you know, reddish brown. He's not too dark. I mean, it's a lot darker than me, but yeah, now I look like, you know, how I looked on TV, right? Got a beard, happy smile, all that good stuff. I tend to wear collared shirts. Got some sneakers now. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I passed the red hat on to my official sig fig, and it even has a Brix on the back. So when you see me at conventions, this is what I will probably have. And I do have these guys for sale as well. So if you're interested, then hit me in the comments below or email me at bxbrix1@gmail.com if you're interested in getting your own Brix sig fig. Back to Wreck-gar. Alright, so Wreck-gar for me was one of those Transformers that were just way too difficult because there's so many renditions of them, and it's, you know, like, which one do you build? Do you build the Generations? Do you build the Combiner Wars? You know, because those obviously look better than the G1, but you know, I kind of wanted to stay true to the original, and once they came out with the 86 series, I was like, all right, so I'll go for that one. And one of the biggest hurdles that I had, let me just take his little melee weapon off here. It's kind of pinned to the back. Keep in mind, this was like a secondary design that I did while I was waiting for my Bricklink order to come in. I think I do have, yeah, here it is right here at the top. I was originally going to make his pinwheel thingy this, which to me looks cooler, but considering the size that Wreck-gar is, you know, I think the brick built one came out way better. So I'm going to just put these to the side. Yeah, so I wanted to go with the 86 series, and this is probably one of my tallest single Transformers, and I checked out some references, and Wreck-gar is pretty tall, but he's like freaking huge. One of the hardest things that I had to deal with figuring out the scale and everything was the wheels. I did not know what to do for the wheels. I know I wanted it to stay within a stud wide, and yeah, nothing that I was doing kind of made sense, so I just decided to do brick built wheels, and I mean, it seems to work out pretty good. So yeah, I was aiming for this to be deluxe scale. It's probably, you know, still shorter than my new Ultra Magnus, but probably taller than like my Ratchet or Ironhide or what's that guy's name, Hoist or Trailbreaker, that, you know, you guys haven't really seen yet. But yeah, the wheels do not spin because they are, you know, on stud friction, so they're kind of just there for, you know, looks. The windshield could technically go up and down, but that's more due to transformation than anything else. It does have a kickstand on the side right here where it could fold up like that and kind of balance, maybe not. Did I put a kickstand? Yeah, I did put a kickstand on his other side as well, so depending on how you want to show them, I just put it on that side because when you look at it on this side, you have the anti-studs of the wheels. Yeah, I guess versus the regular studs, I mean, it's really just your preference, but I do have pictures on Instagram of how Wreck-gar looks with other Transformers on them. Like I had a Lita 1 sitting right here, and it looked pretty cool. was she able to do the handlebars? Or look, at least it looked cool. If you don't have Instagram or Facebook, you could go to my website, brixmediastudios.com, down below, and check out the gallery section. So enough of that, we are going to get into transformation. So to get started with this guy, I guess the first thing you want to do really is just like get these wheels out the way. So the wheels are real simple. The original design had these pieces in yellow, but then they didn't have this piece in yellow, which is weird because I swore I used it for my Sonic or Mario, but there's no yellow. So real simple design, 6 wide wheel, dark gray for the center, and the filler in the wheel is like that bright orange. So you separate both. Like so. And apparently that has a filler part right there. So same wheel, anti-studded. You got the studs right there. So we're gonna get started with this and fold up. I mean, he pretty much transforms just like the studio one, since that was like my reference of inspiration. So you do that, then you get these arms out the way, so that way you can be able to work on the chest area or just get that piece out. There you go. And that's where the head is hiding. It's like under. Now I had designed this area right here to house the head. Like I designed the head and it was supposed to be able to fit there. It's just that the engineering didn't work out right, but this still looks like it's in proportion with the rest of the bike, so I left it at that scale. And you'll see why later, why these are, you know, still have studs on it and stuff. So we're going to continue working on the bottom part by stretching out the legs. Like so. We could move this kickstand down both sides, bring the feet up and out. That's how they look. Do the same on this side. Like so. Got the saddlebags on the side. Very cool. The next thing that we're going to do is work on the back right here, which I should probably, because this guy is going to get pretty tall, so I will need to adjust this up accordingly. So we're going to take this area, and the windshield kind of already folds down, but you're just going to flip all of that to the inside. Like that. And when you look here, like this is supposed to be like a little bit more flush. Let me just, you know, that's fine. It's Lego. But yeah, that's how it had to go for like to be 3 wide. Let's see, let's try to get this stuff out the way a little bit. But this has to be pretty much flush like right there, and bring that down like that. And you can push this in, and when you bring everything in, there's really like no space to plug anything else in on the front of that bike that, you know, won't, you know, push this back significantly. So that's why, you know, there's nothing really there. I just put that red part there as, you know, there is something red there. For the head, you're gonna lift up here like so and bring all of this down. It's gonna just kind of accordion on itself. Let's see, why is it a little off? But it fits. Supposed to be flush right there, like so, and then this part comes back up like that. Looks a little twisted and I'm wondering why. Oh, it's not snapped in all the way. There we go. Okay. There we go. Lift the head up some. Got the whole little mustache going right there, you could see. Then we work on the arms where we twist at the shoulder. Oh wait, for these handlebars, we're gonna have to bring them down. Pretty much just like on the toy. And you want to take the shoulder and rotate out like that. And then it'll go in like that. And then you can rotate the shoulder. Like so. Now this will look a little wonky, as you know, everything has to kind of be adjusted, but this is kind of the final resting place that should look like. Then we rotate at the elbow, but you'll have to grab it because it's using like the older clip joints. And while we're here, we will flip out the fist like so, and then slide the forearm bar to center that like that. And then once it's here, you kind of want to just like raise the shoulder up a little bit so it's a little bit more aligned, you know, like that. So you're going to do the same on the other side without everything getting all haywire, because that's kind of what it wants to do. Make sure that's in. So here for these clips, I did it so that it's a little easier to manipulate, but for these you probably want to use the clip like I have here that's filled in, so that way this kind of stays put. Alright, so we do the same for this shoulder right here, where you want to rotate it while lining it up. And these shoulders also use those older clips, so that's why they're so, you know, like so much more controllable. And then bring that in like so. And start standing him up and rotate as my loud air conditioner kicks in. And then center the forearm right there. Bring the fist out like so. And get him nice and planted. And there we have Wreck-gar, looking super dupe. So to finish him off, he seems to only wear his wheels on this side. You could take off the spikes. On LDD, they seem to fit right over the spikes, but the spikes are a bit bigger for some reason, like at this part, because there's the little grooves right there for the Technic axle. That's what really prevents it from sliding over the entire spike. But on LDD, it'll have you believing that it'll work correctly. So you put on the wheel and then you just stick the spike back in and it's fine. Like that. Now with this, I had to put these studs on the side because that's where the wheel is going to stick onto. So with this also, you pull out the spike. The wheel will not really interact with this brown 1x1 round, so don't worry about that. And you're going to connect the orange part of the wheel to those studs. So just kind of line it up, and you can kind of see where it sticks on right there. And that'll center that hole with that brown stud where the spike just came out of. You see how the stud is like right there in the center of the gray now. So you'll be able to just kind of put that back in and you're good. Nice. Alright, so to attach his little pinwheel of death, you could separate here, right under that, because everything else under that is Technic. And you could technically do that, but I mean, I feel like it's better at that length. So I'll just come here and put that down there. And get that going. And there you have Wreck-gar. Looking super dupe. Let's get it nice and centered there. Brilliant. Brilliant. So, yeah, this guy is pretty tall. Here he is next to a minifig. Optimus might come up to like here. And Ultra Magnus might be like just up to here, maybe. So yeah, he's a pretty tall guy. I got a couple of these Legend class Kingdom releases, so you know, you could take about 2 of those and almost match his height. I'm not sure why I got these. These were just so cute and fun to play with. It's like a fidget spinner. But yeah, so with Wreck-gar, his articulation, he has that rounded 1x1 on the stick for shoulder, so his arms could go all the way out, and then you could even utilize that headlight brick that is connected to rotate it up to go all the way up if you just didn't want to like rotate his arm up like so. For his elbow, of course, it's on a clip and bar hinge, so he gets slightly more than 90 degrees of bend. His wrist is on, excuse me, his wrist is on the same joint as his shoulder, so that allows the wrist to go full 360 and bend in and out. Same on the other arm, of course. His head is on a T-joint, so I mean, despite his mustache, it does allow him to look down, and then depending on how you have all this set up, he could look up a fair bit. And then he has a secondary transformation joint that allows him to kind of like look over his chest, but it kind of disjoints everything. And then the head turns full 360. For waist, he was originally designed with waist rotation, but based on, you know, the transformation gimmick, that just wasn't happening. But you can move these side skirts out of the way. Let me get this arm out the way first. See, that's how you utilize that secondary joint right there. But these are on hinges also, so leg could go full out, full back, and then about that much out to the side, unless if you decide to twist the thigh out, and then, you know, you could do a full split and such. So you got that. I like the engine detailing on the side ribs right there. It's pretty cool. Oh, and then there's a knee, 90-degree knee, probably, you know, in both directions for transformation. And then as far as his foot, it is on a ball joint, so you have a good rocker, you have good foot pivot, and then he has toe tilt up and down, mostly for transformation, but it works. And I believe that is it. So yeah, I mean, this guy, I've been working on Wreck-gar for years and years and years and years. So luckily, you know, they came out with the studio version and it kind of gave me some ideas for engineering. So that's what I went with. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way he came out. You know, you get him in some really cool dynamic posing and stuff like that. As I completely rip his arm off. Thought about building more Junkions, but I don't know. I mean, not to say that I'm tired of Transformers. I'm just like, there's like really no space to put these guys, and you know, I had to clear out some stuff. Like I broke down my Nintendo, my Lego Nintendo, just to make space to put these guys, because there was just no space for this class of Transformers at this point. So I got Astro Train, I still didn't put Blitzwing up yet, and I still gotta do the videos, Hoist and Trailbreaker and Delta and Ultra Magnus and oh, there's just so many at this point. It's insane, but yeah, I like the, you know, the articulation with this guy. It's pretty fun, and I'm glad that I got him done. He was like one of my, you know, white whales that I couldn't accomplish. So I've rambled on long enough. This is 22. Wow, this is way too long. Instructions for Wreck-gar will be on brixmediastudios.com, hopefully sooner than later. Yeah, I think I'm pretty done with him. You know, I did a couple of versions just to see what works, and you know, this is where I'm kind of happy with things. So this is what I'm gonna work with, and he's really fun. He's a ton of fun. So yeah, not so quick review, but I will see you guys next time. Yep, peace.